What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. This is that special Dynamite show review, and let's welcome our co-host, Leland. What's up, bro?
Yo, what is good, everybody? How is it going? Let's get into this incredible episode of Dynamite.
Yeah. Before we get into the Dynamite review, let's go over last Friday's Rampage review. We'll go over real quick. I'm just gonna read off the results from last Friday. I know we said we was gonna be on, but we had a lot of scheduled conflicts there. But I'm just gonna read out the results from last Friday. That does have some inclusions to Revolution. So I'm gonna read out that. So Adam Cole defeated the Dark Order 10. Will Hobbs advanced into the face of Revolution ladder qualifying match, defeating Dante Martin. Serena Deeb defeated Angela Ritz in a 5-minute challenge. And then Jay White made his AEW debut, defeating Trent Barrera. But that wasn't all. Jay White had a busy weekend last weekend, not only with Rampage, but also he had a pay-per-view match on Impact's latest pay-per-view, No Surrender. So that was a pretty good week last week for not only for AEW but also for Jay White as well. But and lastly, before we get into the interview, AEW signed three new members. One of those members we're going to get into the review, but the other two is the first one is Shane Swerve Strickland. As you guys know him in WWE as Isaiah Swerve Scott. But so Swerve will please sign with AEW and expect to debut in the first week in March. And that's not the only debut we're going to get in March, as Jeff Hardy says he's going to be coming to AEW. He says he's excited but still nervous at the same time, but he's excited for his new career. In AEW, it says his non-compete clause end on March 9th. So the possibility of endless for Jeff Hardy. He could be with his brother, and he probably could have be in the Orange Cup. So a lot of the possibility are endless. So before we get into the last signing, which we're going to get into review later, but what are your thoughts on Jeff Hardy and Shane Swerve Strickland coming into AEW?
Yo, Swerve is one of those guys I was hoping come over to AEW, because I think Swerve is one of those guys that can fill in the spot for Leo Rush. Because Leo, I don't know what the heck going on with that guy. Super talented, but Swerve, he can definitely fill in that spot that Leo had for a second, because Leo's put on some good matches. And I think Swerve can definitely come in and excite some things up. Just imagine some of the matchups, you know? Just imagine Swerve versus Ray Phoenix. Ouch, you know? And then also, we kind of seen the Jeff Hardy thing coming. So I'm excited to be an AEW fan and be able to have the last run of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, be shown on my TV every Wednesday. So I'm excited to see these guys get teamed up in on a big platform, you know, because that, you know, Impact is great, but having it on Impact feels a little less. You know, AEW kind of trumps Impact right now. So I think it's going to be a good thing to see Jeff Hardy and Matt. I wonder what kind of music they're going to come out to. I wonder if they're going to do something kind of on new. I think the deleted thing and Brother Nero gimmick might come back now that they have fans in the audience. And that Matt Hardy has said that was one of the reasons why that gimmick didn't work, is because there was no fans in attendance to do the delete thing. So I think that's going to come back, and Brother Nero's going to come back, and we're going to get some cool, quirky promos. But seeing those two guys back in the ring together, I mean, come on now. Especially some of the teams they got now. And we know you're going to get a Private Party versus Hardy Boys, Young Bucks versus Hardy Boys, FTR versus Hardy Boys. Dream matches.
Yeah, most definitely. We can't wait for Jeff Hardy and Shane Strickland to come in March. But before we get into those debuts, we got a Revolution coming up soon. And this week's Dynamite is certainly hyping up for Dynamite, as a lot of new matches has been announced. But let's get into the first match of the night. Was the Battle Royal to determine who get to earn the spot in the triple threat AEW tag team match at Revolution. So Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, along with Christian Cage, opened up the show to watch the tag team battle royal. So the participants in the match was Best Friends, Butcher and the Blade, John Silver, and Alex Reyes from the Dark Order, the Gun Club, FTR, Santana Ortiz, Red Dragon, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, 2.0, Private Party, and the Young Bucks. So the final four at the end of it was Matt Jackson, O'Reilly, Dax, and Silver. O'Reilly and Dax fought on the apron until Fish returned and eliminated Dax while being seen. And then Silver was in the House of Fire until he ran to a super kick from Matt, and then a double team from him and O'Reilly. Matt eliminated Silver, but only to be eliminated by O'Reilly for Red Dragon to advance to Revolution. So after the match, the Bucks and Red Dragon were heated. Hangman Page came out to attack Red Dragon as revenge for their cheap shot last week. The Bucks really didn't try to save him, so there's some conflicts there. I feel like the Bucks are gonna get a face turn or something like that until Kenny Omega returns, but that's gonna be down the road. But Adam Cole came out and attacked Page from behind, but Page got the advantage. Red Dragon pulled Cole out of the way of the buckshot lariat, but then Silver attacked them, allowing Page to hit the buckshot on O'Reilly. Page grabbed the mic and said, "It's story time with Adam Page. There was once a young man named Adam who won world championships everywhere he went, but he's drawing closer to a 6 feet hole in the ground." So we have Red Dragon advance to the AEW Triple Threat World Tag Team Title match, but the Adams, Page versus Cole, really heating up to their world title match at Revolution. So what are your thoughts on those two stories there?
So first off, just quick thing. I think the Battle Royale was a great match. Seeing FTR in there mix it up with Red Dragon, I got super excited for that rivalry, and I think they kind of planted some seeds there. It was a lot of great Battle Royale moments, and I like how they played it, where it was like, no full teams left at the final 6 or whatever. It was always just a member from each team. And then how great was this moment where Santana and Trent had linked up and the crowd went crazy just thinking about that match from over a year ago now, that street fight they had. That's how great that match was, that everyone is still thinking about it. So I think with the storyline with Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks, it's all going to come down to the end. I think we already know that Young Bucks are going to be the next team to win the Battle Royal next week, the Casino Battle Royal, and it's going to be them 3 hitting it off. And I think Jurassic Express is still going to come out on top of this, because I think the Young Bucks and the Red Dragon are going to have so much to clash over that the Jurassic Express become victorious over it. And then also between the two Adams, Bobby Fish had me cracking up when he was on the ramp, just talking back to Adam Page when he was doing his promo. And I think the Page promo was great as well. I know people have been kind of harshing on Page as far as the championship. I like his championship run, because no matter what, every time you come out there, I just want to cheer for that guy, man. He has a way of connecting to the audience, and I just want to cheer for Adam Page. So I can't wait to see this match between these two Adams to see who's the better Adam.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be great. And I hear a lot about the rumors too, but I think with Page going into a match with Adam Cole, because it all in the matters of storytelling when going into a match. I know the last couple the last good one that he had was with Bryan Danielson. Not many people was talking about the Texas Death match that he had with Lance Archer, because the only good rivalry match there when he was champion was against Bryan Danielson, and now he has the chance to do the same thing with Adam Cole like he did with Bryan Danielson. So I kind of understand where the fans are coming from there, but it's just a matter of time. He's champion. Just let it run through. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna get there, because what Tony Khan is that every time that he has a world champion, he doesn't have it to at least a year. and have him build up to with opponents that they get built like driven stories on that. So now he got out of Bryan Danielson, now he got a good story and a good feud going on with Adam Cole right now. So
exactly.
And
I think Adam Page championship is gonna, I like the fact that AEW do their championships long. Bobby Lashley. I like the fact that they do long-term storytelling, and then this has been like the real threat for Adam Page because we knew he wasn't going to drop it to Lance Archer, and I knew he wasn't going to drop it to Bryan Danielson because it was too early, in Page's run to drop it, but it was still a hell of a good match, he thought, and then I think because Cole technically doesn't have a loss on his record.
No, he doesn't. He's undefeated.
Undefeated, technically. Technically on record, he's undefeated. So I think this would be a great L for him to take to put Page over even more. And then maybe they have a new guy coming in who's also a threat. But like I said, I think Page is going to hold the belt until Omega is back. And I can't wait to get him. When Omega's around, man, there's like a certain seriousness to AEW. Even though he's a goofy guy, he's all business in the ring. So when he gets back, it's always a different feeling.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time that Page and the Red Dragon are holding championship going. It's only a matter of time.
Cole and Red Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna. They do it everywhere they go, right?
Yeah, exactly. But after that, we had Bryan Danielson with backstage. He talked about Daniel Garcia's talent, but was frustrated that Garcia they had a mentor like William Regal. Instead, he hangs out with geeks like 2.0. Danielson said he's going to give Moxley's answer soon as well tonight.
Good promo.
So after that, MJF comes out all sad and humble. Bruh, that made me want to puke. Blah. Fighting back against some CM Punk chants by previously begging the crowd to listen to him. His meeting with Punk as a child meant the world to him. He loves pro wrestling. When MJF was a child, he had learned disabilities, and the only thing good for him was football, but he was harassed for being Jewish. Bruh. The only thing that cheered him up was meeting CM Punk. He passed up scholarship opportunities to pursue professional wrestling, and he did all that because he wanted to be like Punk. But in January of 2014, when MJF needed Punk the most, he left. So MJF put his dream on pause. When he saw a photo of Punk shaking hands with Bryan Danielson, he decided that he wanted to become a pro wrestler in spite of Punk. At Revolution, MJF might be choked out and he might bleed buckets, but he'll never quit because he just like Punk. I'm massive Jacob Freeman. I'm better you know it, please. Punk and asked MJF and said it was true, but MJF left for ring and walked back on the stage. Bruh, this is all just a damn trick. Come on, man. Punk is smart. Punk, you got to be smart. Don't fall for that. Come on, man. You know what he's doing. Come on. We literally like, what is it, 2 weeks away from Revolution now? I mean, come on, man. That whole tier, I literally wanted to puke on that promo. Jesus Christ. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we all been bullied sometimes at school. Like, we all had to put our dreams aside. But come on, soak it up. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is a really good promo, and I feel like he's trying to play into Punk's head. Probably next week, he probably gonna pull up the same story and then like just trying to do some heel tactics and in a way try to get advantage for Revolution. So, what are your thoughts on this? Are you buying this, or you feel like this is setting up a trap for Punk?
Yo, this was a great promo from MJF. Probably the best promo from MJF. I think it was so great. The crowd couldn't boo him after a while. He started to get the crowd. They started to get silent. They started to quiet out. And he had them in the palm of their hands. And it was such a great way to kind of say, I became the best in the world, not because of you, but in spite of you. That was great. I mean, this is great wrestling storytelling. Last week was great wrestling storytelling. This week has even better, great wrestling storytelling. But to have him come out teary-eyed and having tears come out his eye, I mean, Jesus Christ. We don't see that every day in our wrestling promos and on a wrestling TV show. But man, MJF really put his story out there. And then Punk came out with no music. It wasn't like he was looking for a pop. He came out there just to see if it was true. And a lot of people are missing it. If you go back and watch, MJF does say it was true. And then he walks out the ring. So he's playing in Punk's head. Is it true? MJF said it was true, but we can't trust MJF, can we? We don't know if any of this is true. But dang, did he make us second guess it and think that it was true? So that's great storytelling. That's where we're going to see how does Punk react to this, because now he kind of took away all of Punk's fury and rage that he had for MJF. Now Punk is like, dang, is that true? That was just a Friday for me, but that happened, man. I feel kind of crappy now, and I still hate you, but I feel kind of crappy, so hey, man, I think, seeing these two guys work together in the minds they have and the story they're telling, it's just masterful, man. Like, it really is. It's just great wrestling storytelling at its finest. And Tony Khan is giving these guys the creative freedom to tell these kind of stories. And it is something new. It is something engaging. Like we ain't seen MJF like that before. So seeing these two guys work together and the story they're telling, I mean, man, shut up and take my money. I'm definitely getting a Revolution. If I could be there in person, I would. Anybody want to buy my ticket? I want to be there to see this dog collar match.
Bro, it's like he's trying to sell like a freaking babyface promo, and the fans like they wouldn't buy that crap. I mean, come on, like you're a heel. You're supposed to be a prick like you are, and you trying to sell us this crap, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
But they couldn't boo him. They started clapping they was clapping until clapping that the guy was throwing nickels and dimes at him and stuff. But then they stopped clapping when he said that it was mixed up with Semitic references. So now they can't cheer for that. They can't cheer that he was getting bullied, because now it's bigger than that. So I mean, great crowd work by MJF, man. This was his best promo ever, and honestly, the only promo in professional wrestling history that I can remember in the last 25 years that I say, man, give this guy a Tony Award or a Grant, what's the one for a Golden Globe or something. Someone needs to see this, because boy, did he go out there and kill it. And then to wrap his catchphrase in the end of it, man, you can't ask for nothing better for this one.
Oh my God, we'll have to wait and see where this goes, man. I'm not buying it, but backstage, Daniel Garcia 2.0. 2.0 says nobody cared about Danielson, wanting him to be Garcia's mentor, and Garcia says he's already ultra violent. So we have a tag team match with Death Triangle, Pac and Penta versus the King of Black, Throne, Malachi Black and Brody King. Bro, Penta got a new gimmick. It's called Penta Osoko, meaning Dark Penta, quite similar to when he was Penta Dark in Lucha Underground, and Alex Brenez was dressed like a vampire. Bro, I'm liking the new gimmick. I'm liking the new gimmick.
This was awesome.
Yeah, this is really good. So they brawled before the bell, and Penta dove into the Kings. Pac immediately hit the 450 splash onto Black for the 2. King tags in and took down back down with a big clothesline for the 2 of his own. Headed to a commercial. Once back, King used the Pac to take out Penta before landing a big time Toto Sakota. Black tagged in and hit a German suplex break for the 2. The Kings went on to Dante Inferno, but Pac broke it up. Pat landed repeated pump kicks and a German on King, but Black made a blind tag. He went for the miss, but Penta covered Black's mouth and rolled him up for a quick win. Kind of like a big WWE style booking, but The Kings immediately beat down their opponents after losing. Black produces a shovel. Then the lights went out, and before you know it, Buddy Matthews made an appearance. He confronted Black before swerving and turning into Tacky Penta. King then wiped out all the security details coming down to break it up. Matthew then curb stomped Penta into the chair. So, as I said before, AEW signed 3 new members. This was the last one we was talking about. This was Malachi Black's secret weapon, Buddy Matthews. So, what are your thoughts on Buddy Matthews' debut?
So this was, I mean, I kind of saw it coming. I've been hearing rumors, but dude, seeing him in the ring and seeing him in there is a whole nother thing. The dude is in great shape. I mean, like, just massive, man. And like, I know what kind of talent he is. And you see the crowd was loving every minute of it, you know. But put Buddy in the ring, like, who would you want to put Buddy against? You know, like obviously Pac, but Pac is just so much smaller. Penta, of course, but like someone who could match Buddy's kind of physique and athletic ability. Who is his perfect opponent?
I don't know, man, but I think it's about time we get those trios titles. We get those.
Maybe. We got a lot more 3-man gangs in AEW now compared to back then. So I think the trios titles might be the way to go. Who would be Young Bucks third? I guess Kenny Omega. That's the elite. Yeah. But yeah, Buddy looks great. I'm excited for this story. I like what they did, what they teased. Like he was going to attack Malachi Black, and then he turned and did that. But I definitely kind of want to see a Malachi Black and Buddy fight again, man. I need more of that. So when they turn on each other, I'd be happy too.
When do you think we're going to get Julia Hart join the House of Black?
I don't know if she needs to be in there. I like where she's at with Varsity. She don't need to be in there.
But they've been teasing it though in a couple of promos. They've been teasing it.
Yeah, I gotta know, man. But I don't see it. But maybe, you know, if they give her a new style and give her a new look. But also, I think whoever goes in there needs to be a good wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying Julia Hart isn't, but I know she's still pretty green. So having Julia in there, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see for that. So we had the Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston confrontation. There was security in the ring, and Kingston was already annoyed. He didn't want to get to the point of the conversation in the ring. I'm not a sports entertainer. This is a wrestling company. Jericho said this is sports entertainment will actually be entertaining. He got a story. When they signed Eddie Kingston, Jericho thought to himself, who is that? Because it's Kingston, he looks like a jobber. But then Kingston wrestled and taught, and Jericho realized he was special. He knew Kingston would become a big-time babyface. Kingston was like, what is a babyface? Jericho continued to compliment Kingston in a backhand way. Jericho thinks Kingston was just jealous. By the time he was 38, he had done everything in pro wrestling. Deep down inside, Kingston does not think he will get to Jericho's level. Kingston came back and said the only reason Jericho got those accolades was because Kingston wasn't there. Kingston wasn't politicking backstage like Jericho did. So instead, how about a fight at Revolution? According to Jericho, Kingston had achieved a Penta. He's afraid of success. Kingston's first hero was his uncle, and he was a failure. Same with his father. And deep down inside, Kingston thinks he's a failure too. Jericho said he's the top guy in his company. And if Kingston wants him at Revolution, he got it. If Kingston wins, Jericho will look Kingston in the eye and tell him he got this utmost respect. Kingston said, if they wrestle, I want the classic Jericho. I want the Jericho that was the first undisputed world champ. Levitt Hatred. Jericho said that he said he could see it into Kingston's eyes that he thinks he's a loser. So there was even a point. Well, first of all, they was in Connecticut tonight. Even Jericho mentioned, oh, they're a couple blocks away from Stanford. kind of like a WWE reference there. But I really like this promo. I knew this was really good. I'm very looking forward to their match of Revolution. I feel like Kingston need this win more. So Jericho gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. There's no harm towards Jericho. I feel like this is the moment that Kingston needs that win to hype up his career moving forward in AEW. But what do you think of the promo with Jericho and Kingston heading up to their match at Revolution?
So this was just masterful again. These two guys, you knew it was going to be good stuff here. One line Jericho said, he said, the way you think about yourself deep down inside, that failure, you are, that's how I think about you. I was like, ouch, that was deep. But these two guys going at it on the mic, I mean, it's no way we're going to not have entertaining promos. These guys, both of these guys are just they're veterans. And I think Jericho is going to put Kingston over. I think the way he's setting it up, he's going to let Kingston have that big moment. And I know Jericho's okay with letting guys get over like that. But man, this was just, both guys did great. What's a baby face? That was funny. You look like a jobber. I was like, oh, snap. Yeah, great promo from both sides. Excited to see the fight. Now that Santana and Ortiz is out of it, and it's just these two guys going at it for at least for yesterday, I think we're in for a real fun ride here with these two guys.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like I said,
Revolution is going to be hype.
Oh yeah, it's definitely looking better than freaking the WrestleMania card. So if we have freaking Logan Paul, I don't want to get into that, man. I'm gonna save all that for Respect the Comment podcast.
That's a different show, man. We don't talk about EO.
Hell no, man. Hell no.
Sorry, guys. We don't talk about EO on this show.
Hell no, man. Yeah, I'm gonna save all that to Respect the Comment podcast on that show. If you guys tune into that, but after that promo, we have a promo backstage with Andrade, Matt Hardy, and the AFO. They had some sort of disagreements, but the estimate was that Hardy wants to team on Andrade with Isaiah Cassidy to take on Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara in the first ever AEW Tornado Trios match at Revolution. So that's just a kind of surprise there. So, but we'll get to more Andrade and Sammy news later on, because they're gonna have a TNT Championship match this coming Rampage. We'll get to that in a second. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on Team A HFO versus Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy at Revolution?
I mean, to be honest, I'd rather have Matt out of it and put Marquez in it. Just have Private Party and Andrade. But I see why they're doing it that way. I think it's going to be a good match regardless, but I would just rather have Darby and Sammy be able to go against two other high flyer type dudes. Because then now we're going to be relying a lot on Isaiah to do a lot of the cool spots. Don't get me wrong, Andrade can do a lot of cool high flying spots too. But yeah, I'm cool with this one, man. It's a good way to get more guys in there. And more time to kind of feel, and just be making sure we still have that Sting effect and Darby and Sammy together. So yeah, this match is going to be cool. It might be just one of those matches where some cool spots happen, but there's no real story attached to this one for me. So I know they've been doing some story stuff, but it just doesn't feel as present, or there's no real high stakes here yet. It's not like Andrade said, if I beat you, that, this happens or whatever. So it's no real stakes drawn yet, no lines drawn in the sand yet for me.
Yeah, because each team has one veteran on the team and then two up and coming stars in the team. Because I like the dynamic there. But this is gonna be a first, a Tornado Trios match. So that's gonna be a first.
That's gonna be cool.
So after the promo, we have a Face of the Revolution qualifying match. Ricky Starks versus 10. They performed back and forth wrestling until 10 hit the delayed vertical suplex ahead of the break. Starks gained control during the commercial It was leveled by a shoulder tackle upon return. 10 locked into full Nelson, but Starks fought out and grabbing 10's mask, the spear for the win. So we have 2 members of Team Taz in the face of the revolution. Not only Ricky Starks, but also Powerhouse Hobbs in the match. So so Team Taz has like a 50% chance of winning, but that's all depends on the booking of who's actually gonna win. But what are your thoughts on Ricky Starks advancing to the face of the Revolution ladder match?
I don't know about this one, but Ricky Starks like that sleeper cell guy. Like you gotta watch him. So I'm happy that he at least gets some shine in the pay-per-view. I didn't want 10 to go over because there's enough big guys in the match already. So I mean, having Ricky Starks in there being a smaller guy and having Powerhouse Hobbs be his backup does give Team Taz a big advantage, compared to everyone else that's in there. But just not sure how I feel about having 2 Team Taz represented. Team Taz for me is just like, what? Like, can we end this already? You know what I'm saying? Or can y'all add cooler people in there or somebody else in there? Or like, can we do something with this? Why don't I see Hook in Team Taz no more? You know, like how come Hook not out there no more? Because he's gonna get the pop every time. People want to hear from him. Like, why Hook not in the face of the revolution? You know? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I'm still a Ricky Starks fan. I'm just not sure how I feel about 2 Team Taz members being in there.
Yeah, but it all depends on the booking. Who's actually going to win the face of Revolution match?
True. But I feel like one of them already represented Team Taz. We could have gave this to another guy. You know, that's how I see it.
Yeah, but I'm still pushing for Warlow to win the match, but we'll see how that goes. But after the match, Adam Cole and Red Dragon was celebrating their win, but Young Bucks show up and call a double cross on the Red Dragon. The Bucks storm off and say they will have another opportunity in the Casino Battle Royal, which we're going to be next week. We'll get to that in a second. But Cole employed Red Dragon to get it together, and they start off separate ways. So Adam Cole is in a tough spot situation between the Bucks and the Red Dragon. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, same thing here, man. I think the Bucks is gonna win the next one. I think it's all gonna boil down between the Bucks and the Red Dragon, and then that's gonna lead to the Red Dragon and Cole starting up. I think Paragon or something like that. One of those names they got for that group they trademarked for. But yeah, same thing, man. It just I see where this story is going. Waiting to see it kind of, come full circle, and it already happened.
Yeah, well, we'll see how they go. So we have a TBS championship match with Jade Cargill, or should I say Jay Berg. You know what? Go ahead, Goldberg.
Yeah.
Versus the Bunny. Jay dominated from the start, taunting with push-ups as she held Bunny in an arm lock. Bunny avoided the strike, whiplashing Jay neck over the ropes before sending her into the barricade with a Russian leg sweep. During the commercial, Matt Hardy came down and said he will delete Sterling. Once back, Bunny landed a knee lift, but Jay catches a dead press and turning into a spine buster. Hardy distracted the official. Bunny was tossed to brass nuts, but Jay was given the championship belt. The belt had the advantage, and both Sterling and Hardy were ejected. Bunny rolled up Jay for 2, landing those 2 thrust kicks, but Jay countered down the rabbit hole into Jade for the win. I mean, come on. You think Bunny was going to win this? Man, get out of here. But after the match, Jay asked, who's left? Then my homegirl, Ty Conti, came out, say she's not just next. She says, I will be the one who beats Jay. They square off, but the Bunny got involved. Conti hit her with a TKO and was leveled with a pump kick from Jay. Anna Jay was too late for the save. She came out for the save with a steel chair. So I feel like we're going to get a Jay Cargill, a.k.a. Jay Berg, versus Ty Conti for the TBS championship some point, either at Revolution or on a Dynamite or Rampage. I'm hoping Revolution, so that way Ty Conti get her shine there. So what are your thoughts on the potential Jay Cargill versus Ty Conti match for the TBS championship?
I think this is good for Ty Conti, man. I think seeing her against Jade. First off, Jade with the green hair, just fire, man. I'm such a fan of Jade. She is hitting him with the Goldberg though. Like, who's next? And then Tay come out there. I don't think Tay gonna take that belt either. I don't know what it is about Tay. I just don't think she's ready for that championship yet. Maybe I'm not seeing her enough. I know she's great in the ring. Her promo skills need some work, you know. But I'm not sure she's ready for that gold yet. Not saying that I thought Jade was ready, but Jade is just in the right place at the right time. She just has an incredible look, and she just looks like a champion, you know. But I'm not sure if this is enough time to build up a big emotional rivalry between people like Jade and Tate for this to switch hands later on, you know. But you know, I think it's a good opponent for Jade because Tay is really good in the ring, and she can put on a good match. Size difference, you know, Jade is just a big woman, you know. She's tall, she athletic. So Jade in the ring last night still looked a little green to me. No pun intended because of her hair. I mean, is that why she made her hair green? You think that's why she made her hair green? People keep saying she's too green.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, I think that's why, man. People on the internet say she's green. So she dyed her hair green. I like it. So, yeah, I think she's still going to have that belt after Tay.
Hey, man. Ty Conti ain't been shit. She almost beat Britt at Full Gear. So
almost, but then Ty ain't ready for the belt yet, man. That's Jay's belt. That's TBS.
Oh, no.
You know I think that stand for.
No, I think she's ready, man. If she can pull up a caliber match with Britt, man, she definitely can win that championship. She's on a level with Serena D, freaking
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's on a level with like what's she on a level with?
Exactly. You know, exactly.
Penelope Ford. She's like Penelope Ford level.
Oh hell no. Penelope she went the buddy, bro. Like
look, Ty is just under Thunder Rosa, in my opinion.
Bruh. Ty Conti in that street fight they had, bruh. In that street fight.
I hear you, but like I would put Ruby over Ty, you know. So also Ruby got pushed to Dark. I was watching Dark and I saw Ruby pop on there. I'm like, oh, look at that. They trying to that's like putting her back in NXT.
Bro, Ruby should have had the championship in the first place.
Man, I don't know what Ruby, man. Ruby ain't been killing it for me like I thought she was, to be honest. She ain't been. I was excited when she came there, and it was tears and everything and all that stuff. But I ain't too impressed with what she's been doing so far, man. I like her song, I like her gimmick, I like her image. But her in-ring work is just not killing it for me.
Yeah, but
her finisher is trash. She needs a new finisher for real. It doesn't look good on camera. Like it just doesn't look good. And I think it's a finisher that people just don't know how to take well or bump well to. And her finisher is just killing it for me. She needs a submission. She needs a really dope submission problem. That's what she needs, in my opinion.
Yeah, but after the match, Keith Lee went backstage about the other participants in the Face of the Revolution match. He said the only name he recognized was Ricky Starks. Starks walked up and said his piece, and then Lee and Hobbs faced off, and then Ricky Starks and Hobbs walked off. So this is gonna be very interesting when they go head to head in the Face of the Revolution ladder match. It's gonna be very
definitely.
But so this coming Friday on Rampage, we got the TNT Championship match with Sammy Guevara and Andre El Idolo. Serena D's 5-minute challenge. The Face of the Revolution qualifying match with Orange Cassidy and Anthony Boers. And then also we have the Britt Breaker versus Thunder Rosa contract signing for Revolution. And then next Wednesday's Dynamite, we have the tag team Casino Battle Royale for the final spot in the Revolution tag team triple threat match, and then a trios match with Heyman Page, George Silver, and Alex Reyes from Dark Order versus Adam Cole and Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Then
Red Page go split.
Oh yeah. And then the main event, kind of a little bit disappointing there, but Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. So there was a little bit of back and forth, but Danielson just barely out wrestled Garcia here. There was no really competition there. So in the closing moments, Danielson continued to dominate with suplexes and stomps. He hit a tiger suplex bridge before transitioning into the cattle submission. Garcia power out and applied the ankle lock. He tried to keep up with the attack, but Danielson countered into the dragon screw into kicking Garcia's head and before locking in the triangle for the win. After the match, Daniel asked the crowd if they thought Garcia was violent enough. 2.0 attacked Danielson, but then John Moxley music played and he dispatched 2.0 easily. Garcia was about to smack Moxley with a chair, but Danielson stopped him, and Garcia ate a Panama shift for his troubles. Danielson grabbed the mic and accepted Moxley's challenge for Revolution, but he said, "Don't be surprised if you're the only one bleeding." So we finally get that match that we didn't get at Full Gear, and we're getting it at Revolution. So
what story you're telling with it.
So what do you think is going to be the outcome of this match? So you think they're going to get together after the match, or are they going to go their separate ways?
They might get together, man. Like for real, they might join a little team. I mean, he came out to save them. They might join a little team. Maybe a dog team too, man. For real, it'd be a real dog team. And maybe that's the best for him because Bryan Danielson is a real clean vegan, and he's all about like all that stuff. So having him paired up with Mox, who's kind of recovering and going through things, may really be best for Mox in the long run. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it from a storytelling point of view. So, but he still get a chance to be violent and clean at the same time. So, real quick, you kind of made it seem like this match wasn't cold. I thought this match was great. Bryan Danielson was having fun with Daniel Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like really like it felt like everything was kind of a shoot, but they was just kind of going at it, wrestling blow for wrestling, and kind of seeing it made Daniel Garcia look like, oh man, you still a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like Daniel Garcia been looking really good against a lot of these cats, but against Bryan, he was like, man, you still a kid out here in these streets because Bryan was tearing him up. Like he was catching him on everything. So I'm pretty sure Daniel Garcia learned a couple of things. It felt like that one wrestling promotion, Pancrase back in the day. It kind of felt like that a little bit. I mispronounced that, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, that's what it reminded me of. Where everything was kind of a shoot, and that's how it felt like they were just kind of wrestling around. So I like this match a lot, and I think it's telling a good story. And maybe Daniel Garcia will be a part of their crew. Who knows? That'd be a dog. Daniel Garcia be a part of that crew. Give me in 5 years, Daniel Garcia was a bad dude. So this story is very interesting, and I like that it kicked off the end of the show because now it's just a bunch of storytelling. So for me, this episode was better than last week's episode as far as the promo storytelling. I mean, the wrestling is always good for AEW, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes it can be a stinker, but this was just another great episode leading up to Revolution. I love when they start getting close to their pay-per-view dates. The shows just always have a lot of excitement.
Yeah, we are literally like 2 weeks away from Revolution. More matches are getting on the card. The card itself are looking great. They can't wait for it. So so like I mentioned before, we had 3 matches added tonight. So this is gonna be this card is gonna be really awesome that weekend because on that weekend you have a Rampage show that's gonna be in the Orlando Magic arena. Then you have the Fan Fest on the Saturday, and then of course the pay per view on that Sunday. So that Revolution weekend is gonna be awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is really starting to be like starting to kind of look like one of their better pay-per-views. And I've been needing a good AEW pay-per-view. So I'm excited, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about throwing like a little wrestling party at my house for this one. And just because I kind of want to be able to watch it with some fans, and scream and shout and talk about it live. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view.
All right. So anything else before we wrap up?
Man, me and Trico is working on this movie called Empathy. We're about to get ready. Our production dates are March 11th, 12th, 13th, and then 18th, 19th, and 20th. This movie has Ford Nelson in it, Dakota Tarrant, Daniel Myers, Mike Simmons, Kat Oliver, Sean Pierce, Angelica Anderson, Alexandra Denise, Theron Dumas, Edwarda. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of cool people in this one. That's going to be making this movie really good. So guys, keep looking out for that and support your boys out here because we're trying to make movies and make them entertaining for folks. So that's about it, man. Other than that, we just appreciate y'all listening to us. Whoever does listen to this, I don't know who, but thank you guys for listening. And we're going to keep bringing you fire AEW reviews, and we'll be there Saturday with that Rampage. For sure this time. That was my fault last time, Trico.
It's all good. We all have our busy lives, our schedule conflicts, but it is what it is. But we'll keep you guys. And you already know we always keep you guys updated on what's going on, and because like I said, Revolution is coming up. The card is gonna be looking good. The card is looking good, and we'll keep you guys updated on everything going on. But other than that, he is Leland. I'm Trico, and we're signing off.
Peace.